Hi and welcome to our Let's Make Snowflakes hop organized by Jen at Handmade Happiness Facebook group. And as the name suggests, it's all about snowflakes. So I'll be making 2 cards and both of them will be with ink blended backgrounds. So I start with a piece of Bristol Smooth cardstock and I just start applying the lightest of the inks, so the ocean, and with really light hand I cover the whole panel. Once I'm done, I go in with my darkest color, which is chipped sapphire, and I will apply it only around the edges. I'm trying to have a light center and then gradually darken the color. So I go again with light hand all around, and here I'm taking a die just to measure. I won't use this die, but I just use it as a guide. And then I continue adding more of the ink, and then I'm coming in with my mid-tone and just applying it where the chipped sapphire ends, and I'll be going back and forth and between the colors and blending them. So usually at first I go with really light hand just so I have the spacing right for the 3 colors, and here with a little bit more pressure I keep on adding more and more ink to get a really dark background. So as I said, this is a hop which features snowflakes, and there will be many creators along the way. Some will be on YouTube, some will be on Instagram, and some will have blog posts. So make sure you hop along to check them all. I will have the link to the next person in my description box down below. Once I'm done or somehow happy with the blending, I will put it aside to dry. And now I'm taking another piece of cardstock, and now with the chipped sapphire ink blending tool, I'm covering the whole panel, but I'm using just the leftover ink on the pad, the foam pad, and also what is left on my media mat. And I just can't believe I got the full panel nicely covered with that leftover ink. Here I'm taking this Clearly Besoted stencil, and I will use again the chipped sapphire, and once I'm done with this section, I will align the stencil for the other side of the card panel, and I will continue gently ink blending. So if you have watched one of my previous videos, there I showed many snowflakes that I die cut from all of my scraps, pretty cardstocks. So here they are, and I'll be using them for these projects. I already used this scallop die for the card panel, and I arranged the snowflakes. I will use in this stamp set, and I will use the sentiment which says Merry Christmas in Finnish, and I will hit emboss it right there in the middle, and I will adhere this panel onto this dark blue card base, and my first card is finished. For the second panel I used a stitched rectangle die, and then I created a frame from this silver cardstock, and I added acetate on it and some foam tape, just 1 layer, and I will use the blooper lessened snowflakes. And while digging through my stash, I found this cute snowman that I thought it would just perfectly fit in there. But let's pretend he's a giant snowflake to go with the theme. And this leftover piece from the ink blended panel I will use to add my sentiment, which will be merry. And here I'm adding my shaker bits. I used some snowflakes and some white and a little bit of purple sequins. I'm adding Prisma glitter, just a little tiny bit of it. And here I'm adding this snow. And you have to be really careful with it because this thing flies all around. And don't ask me how I know. From one of my previous projects, it just went everywhere. So here I will use another piece of acetate and I wiped it with my embossing body just to take the static away as much as I can. And I firmly press all around. And then comes the shaking to make it all move. And this is the finished card and how the bits move. The snow got a little bit stacked on the edges, but over time it will get loose. So thank you so much for stopping by and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please click on the link to the next person and have a nice day. Bye!